days, we've been talking about Filipino-American history and the different aspects of that. It is important that we know about that because that is who we are. Know your history, know yourself, and we've been doing that on Kababayan, LA for Filipino-American History Month, and that is all through October. Today is no different. We're going to be talking about the Leyte landing and General Douglas MacArthur. I know you know of his famous last words, "I shall return." Dr. Jenny Batong Malaki is here to talk to us about the return of General Douglas MacArthur. She is Executive Director of Filipino Veterans Foundation. First time on Kababayan, LA. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Dr. Jenny, let's talk about that. Not too many people know that he did return.
He did.
Okay, tell us about it.
Yes, October 20, 1944 would be the date that MacArthur, General Douglas MacArthur, chose to be the landing date at Leyte in the Philippines, and with him were 200,000 units, GI Joes, and of course the arsenal that came with it, and also the ships and all those. And when they landed in October 20, that started the official liberation of the Philippines from tyranny, from the enemy, who was the Japanese Imperial at that time. It was the enemy, right?
Okay, so now, Dr. Jenny, we've been talking about this on the show. Filipino-American history is so different from Philippine history in the Philippines.
Yes.
But the Leyte landing is, I think, something that Filipino-American history has in common with Philippine history.
Yes, indeed.
Even though it happened in Leyte, so many miles, thousands of miles away from here, why is that significant to our Filipino-American experience here?
Because when you talk about Leyte landing, a lot more Americans know of it than they would perhaps the Bataan Death March is just now recently being coming out, and many stories are coming out of this. But the Leyte landing, 200,000 GI Joes came from that experience, and so when you say it, they know, oh yes, that's the return to the Philippines.
Right, and I guess a lot of people know about it also because of the proclamation by President George W. Bush.
Yes.
He issued a proclamation on October 20th, 2004, first official commemoration of A-Day in America in San Francisco. What is A-Day?
A-Day, that was a discovery made by Rudy Asercion from San Francisco, where he found a letter from a GI Joe to a sweetheart saying, tomorrow is our A-Day in Leyte, and that's October 20, 1944.
And A-Day is code for Attack Day.
Yes.
Right? That's actually the day they attacked.
Yes, they did.
And anong relationship po nito sa ating mga veterans?
The veterans, okay. The veterans, the Filipino World War II veterans, today, the survivors relate to this Leyte landing more than the Bataan Death March because of the age group, okay? These are the younger ones that joined the force. Actually, when Bataan fell in 1942, many of those who were able to regroup and form guerrilla movements were the ones who assisted the landing, because they gave all the information, the logistics, and all this. But when they actually landed, it was the Filipino World War II veteran. Today, they were in the form of guerrilla, or they were in the ragtag, or whatever they were, but they belong to this effort. And so they truly belong to this liberation effort.
So this is something that they're also very proud of.
Very much.
And so that is why this is also something that we celebrate during October for Filipino-American History Month. And we're going to be talking about some of the festivities and what's going to happen in the city of Carson.
Yes.
Starting tomorrow, correct?
Tomorrow, yes.
We're going to be talking about that when we return on Kababayan, LA. Don't go away.